Hello and welcome to 360 Gamercast, episode 62 for Tuesday the 9th of March 2021. I'm your host Mark Webb, Gamertag Piss on D, SteamID, Webby, 360G, and joining me on this fine evening is...
Hello everybody, it's Cinema Down yes again.
Hello there, resident Cheevo whore, Mr. Peebs.
What happens on Finger Club stays on Finger Club. It's number one stuff.
Hey!
How you doing?
All right,
Good.
how's everyone? All good, yeah? Fully rested, raring to go, I hope?
Maybe.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too promising, does it?
Well, it's just dragging on, isn't it? Let's be honest. But everyone's dandy at the moment. Everyone's fine, aren't they? Everyone's healthy, so it's all good.
I'm good. My cough is finally gone after about bloody 6 weeks.
So
I'm going to have to cough now. I'm thinking about it, but there we go.
So is Marcus back at play school then? Is he?
Yes, he goes 3 days a week, which is lovely.
So you're going to get the new bug again shortly, yeah?
Probably, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
something to look forward to.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
Back, aren't they?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's going to be chaos.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Got to get back to normal at some point. Anyway, games, I just want to say a few things. Big thank you to all the Patreons that have helped make the show happen. I've actually lost 2 Patreons this month, so I'm a little bit sad.
Oh, dear.
I know we're down to 20 now, but the 20 of you are keeping it rocking for every single week, so I salute you all. So that's all good. Also, I've got a little bit of a moan. Got to start off with a tiny moan.
Another moan.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna be doing a Sensei Switch rage this week, so it's fine.
We did last week.
I did last week. There was a good one last week. But anyway, a couple of things that I just want to get off the bat is curries are arseholes. I just want to put that out there. So
come on, man. Go on. Yes. Come on. You're gonna rage. I know you're gonna rage.
I'm not going to rage. They're just a bunch of cunts. So basically, I come up. So I'm still following Series X on the Hot Stock app here. I've still got my back order with Shop 2, which I've had for over a month now, and still no sign of a console. So if I can find one elsewhere, I'm trying to pick one up and then just cancel the Shop 2 order. So it come up with curries. It's like, yeah, man, I'm going to get on there, and it let me add it to the basket. It's like, yeah, fucking awesome. And then I went for and paid for the thing. Money come out my bank account, thinking, yes, I got the order. About 15 minutes later, I got an email. Sorry, but your order has been cancelled. I was like, oh, fucking hell. Obviously, they didn't have enough stock, but they fucking charged my bank account. And I still haven't been refunded the money back. No.
Really?
And that was on Thursday. Friday, yeah. So it was.
Is it debit card or credit card?
Debit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't have credit cards, mate. I'm not allowed any, but that's another story.
You would have all the consoles then.
Yeah. So I'm a little bit pissed off with curries because it's like, well, surely they should just not let it go through if they run out of stock. So I'm very annoyed about that, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, so I've spent £900 on Xboxes and I don't have any.
Because there's been, it seems to be doing this at the moment. It seems to be 1 week PlayStation stock, next week Xbox stock.
Yeah.
And then fuck all after that. Because I noticed on Facebook, because I go onto the marketplace on there, and it does seem to be a trend, is in like, oh, there's loads of PlayStations on there 1 week, then the next week there's loads of Xboxes on there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the Xbox is a bit bizarre because I know the PlayStations are still selling for more money than what the Xboxes go for, as in, you know.
Yeah.
But I also wonder why, you know, I've looked on eBay and the rest, and you get people selling Xboxes for like 550 quid. They must only be making like 50 quid profit.
Yeah.
Is it worth it? You know,
it's just frustrating, isn't it? Yeah. So that's my moan for the week, to be honest. I've got nothing else to complain about. Before we get onto the news, I want to say a big thank you also to everyone who turned up to the community night, the Wreckfest night on Friday. I completely forgot, though, to take a screenshot of all the people in the lobby this week, so I do apologise. So I don't actually remember all the names of everyone that turned up. but a big thank you to everyone who did. We're doing it again this Friday, and I will remember to take a screenshot to put on the Facebook page and Discord and stuff, and obviously to give you all a shout out on the show next week. But yeah, it was a really good night again, and people were getting a little bit drunk. AJ, I'm looking at you. I can see you're watching us on the Twitch as well. His usual loving self when he's drunk. I love you, man. I love you. Yeah, it was really, really good fun again. Peeps did a really good job of hosting the lobby again. So big shout out to Peeps for that. He's finally fixed his Twitch voice thing today. So next week he's going to Twitch stream it, and you'll be able to hear everyone in the party chat.
I did tweet out watch, but I was having issues with the Twitch where it would allow me to speak through the party, but I couldn't hear anyone else.
Yeah.
So I spent an hour fiddling with that, but trying to host the game night and trying to fiddle around with Twitch at the same time was, difficult. So I just sacked it off in the end.
Yeah,
but I have now figured it out. Well, I spent in between races, I was watching videos of tutorials of how to try and sort this problem out. I tried everything, and then today all I've done is just deleted the Twitch app, re-downloaded it, and then it worked. So hopefully next Friday we'll be able to stream and hear everyone's voices, hopefully.
Best behaviour, everyone.
Nah, fuck it.
We also had Clarky teach us German as well.
Yes.
Which is quite entertaining.
Yeah, some of the chats that go on is hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we touched on Stunty's finger chat last week, but I don't think we're going to share that on the show. But
no, I think that stays in the
the so if you want some really interesting and sometimes quite disgusting chat, you should join. It's absolutely brilliant.
It's very vague.
Yeah, I'm trying to be vague. Sorry, I just had a message come through on my phone. I was trying to read it at the same time. I'm sorry. I'm not being 100% attentive here. Yeah, so it has some really cool stuff going on, and that Wreckfest game is just absolutely brilliant for the game of night. So we're going to keep at that for the time being.
Because we play right from 8 till midnight, so it's a good 4 hours, and it's very rare you're doing the same track twice. So there's I don't know how many tracks there are, but there are a lot. And then you can change it between races and the last man standing type banger destruction derby type game. So we change it up a bit, and it's good fun.
Yeah, it's definitely good fun. And if you're shit at it, it doesn't matter, because it's one of those where you can be the best racing driver in the world, but if I ram you off the road, you've got no hope. I don't mean to ram people off the road. It's just my driving's shit, and I have to use other vehicles to brake. So,
Well, yeah, you can go from first to last, or from a lot of people from first to DNF within a matter of seconds. So
yeah.
Oh, it's so annoying when that happens. How many times? Do you know what's annoying? Is your first place. You go, I'm gonna do it. Oh my fucking gods! It's that time. And then you're right at the back.
Yeah. It's funny though. It is funny.
Oh yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah, I love it because sometimes you just get taken out just so unexpected, and you're just like, where the hell did that person come from, just ramming me, and it's just a good laugh.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really been enjoying that. I've been touching on the single player on it as well to try and get some practice in, and the single player on it is pretty decent as well. A good variety of cars and tracks. So and some of the cars you unlock in single player can be used in the multiplayer as well. So there's a little bit more of an incentive as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a few DLC cars as well for it.
Yeah, I think we need to ban them because the people in the DLC cars were just poning us, weren't they?
Yeah, well, we had one guy Friday, didn't we? Mohammed Curry, his name was.
Yeah.
He had a DLC car and he was winning quite a few races.
Yeah. You want to look at his avatar, though? That was quite entertaining as well.
Yeah. So, I've got it here, actually.
Yeah. But, he was using, I don't know what he was using. He was winning every race, wasn't he? Until we kicked him.
Yeah. Well, I can being the host, you can set it so you can only use certain cars. Once we realised he was using DLC cars, we just changed the settings so everyone use the same car or the same class of car. So just makes it a little bit more even.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was good fun. Really, really good fun. So, should we go on to the news?
Yeah.
Yes, and that's a yes. Yeah. This is the news. Dum-dum-dum.
You're not done a jingle yet?
I have done. It goes into the main show. I can't obviously stream it now.
Okay.
Yeah, jingle goes into the show.
I haven't heard it either. Lol.
That's because you don't listen to the show. You don't need to because you're on it.
I don't need to listen to myself again.
No.
My ego's not that fucking big. Anyway, carry on.
Okay, news then. So, first piece of news: Mediatronic, who are the Fallout developers, have been bought out by Epic. So this is quite interesting. So obviously,
Don't mean Fall Guys. Don't mean Fall Guys.
Yeah, not Fallout.
It's Fallout.
Did I say Fallout Guys?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Fall Guys. I don't know why I say Fallout Guys.
Oh, it's Fallout Guys. That's why.
That's the plot, isn't it?
It's good sabotage that.
It is Fallout Guys. So so Fall Guys has been bought out by Epic. Now this is it. This is an interesting piece of news because on the PC space, obviously Epic have their own store. Now at the moment, Fall Guys is on Steam, and I think that's the only storefront it's on. But obviously now it's been bought out by Epic. I think they might do a Rocket League on us where they pull it off the Steam storefront and slap it onto the Epic storefront, and that might annoy a few people. But obviously it's made a lot of money because it is actually very popular. PlayStation had it on PS Plus, but on PC, and it's £15 pop. I obviously bought it. A lot of people have bought it. It's sold a hell of a lot of units, and obviously it's coming to Xbox and Switch in the summer. And I imagine it'll be at that price point as well. It's constantly updated. It really is a lot of fun. So I just find that quite interesting that Epic have now bought them out. Let's see if anything changes with them and what happens in the PC space. Cool. Another little piece of news. PlayStation Store is going to discontinue movie and TV purchases and rentals.
Yeah, I saw this. Yeah.
I don't know if anyone used it though, do they? I never used it ever. Well, no, I used it once.
Yeah. It doesn't make much sense if you've already got other, online services on your PS4, such as Amazon or Apple TV or whatever. It doesn't make much sense. They probably know that. They probably are losing money on it.
Well, it's quite interesting because Sony obviously own a lot of studios and stuff like that. So I'm surprised. Actually, I'm a little bit surprised because surely people must use it. Obviously not. If they're taking it down, perhaps it just isn't viable. Who knows? Yeah.
Does anyone use the Xbox one? So I notice it's the same on that, isn't it?
Nah. Just use Netflix.
Yeah.
And Disney. I mean, Disney Plus has become very good now because they've added a load of TV shows. Star, I think it's called.
Yes, Star.
Loads of stuff. So, and funnily enough, a lot of the stuff on there is also on Amazon Prime Video. So we've actually cancelled our Amazon Prime now because everything we want to watch is on Disney. So, I mean, I know with Amazon Prime you get your free deliveries, but we've cut back a hell of a lot on purchases this year, so we're not really buying anything on Amazon anyway. So it's become kind of worthless, and I've lost my student discount, so they can shove up their arse.
I noticed Netflix have put their price up, haven't they?
Have they?
Yeah.
Well,
I've
got a thing come through. It's going up to $9.99 for me.
Oh, I'd pay more than that anyway.
Oh dear.
Would you pay for the 4K thing?
Yeah, but I share it with a mate, so we split the cost. So ding dong. It's a way to do it.
I get mugged for my bloody Netflix. I share it among too many people.
Yeah, I mean, if you're paying for it, Dan, fuck them off. Say, look, you give me, you pay a cut, and it's all yours.
Yeah, but I'm like, yeah.
So that's what I do with.
I don't care.
Yeah. That's what I do with my Netflix and my Disney Plus. I share it with people, so it costs a fraction of the price, well, half the price. So yeah. Cool. Okay. I'm quite well. Darren isn't here, so he's not going to rage at this, but it doesn't really affect us. Only affects the Japanese. Resident Evil Village is being heavily censored in Japan. It's not going to feature any decapitations. It's going to have less blood and fewer controversial scenes. That's only for the Japanese market. So everywhere else, it's fine to chop people's heads off, but in Japan, you can show boobies and stuff, but you can't see someone's head get chopped off.
Well, yeah.
Which is completely opposite to America, who hate nudity but are happy to watch people get chopped up. It's weird, isn't it?
It's just any of the Miss. I can't take any of the outrage seriously about this. It's like, what's good, and it's like, what do you want? It's just a bit silly, but it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. So I just thought that was quite interesting. Okay, a couple more bits of news.
I've got some news, by the way, when you're done.
Yep, okay. So, exciting piece of news for PC gamers. God of War, Ghost of Tsushima, Uncharted, the Uncharted Collection, and Bloodborne are all coming to the PC this year. Which, obviously, they're all Sony exclusives, and there's obviously rumours now that lots of PlayStation 5 exclusives will also be coming to the Master Race. So I am extremely happy about this, because I don't need to buy a PlayStation.
I don't know if you'll get that. I part of me, yes, I can understand why they do all the other bits, but I'm not sure you're going to get all the PS5 stuff, because that's like cutting themselves, a bit like what Xbox do. They cut themselves off to PC. I mean, the only difference is Xbox has Game Pass for the exclusives, don't they?
Yeah, but it's money at the end of the day. I mean, they sell so many units on the PC platform of these games. It's a big money spinner for them. I mean, Horizon Zero Dawn sold really well on the PC, so I think they were kind of testing the waters there. And I think, and obviously because it did very, very well, they want to make more money. At the end of the day, they're a business, So
yeah, I think what happened is if they probably will look at it, and if it does start to affect, I mean, it ain't affecting sales at the moment because you can't find a PlayStation.
No, but the thing is, I don't think it will affect console sales, Stunty, because you look at the price difference, right? You have 450 quid console and PC gaming. Parts are so expensive now. I mean, for a decent PC, you're looking at about $3,000 now. You're looking at two to £3,000. So I know what choice I would make if I didn't have that kind of money. So there we go. Cool. Last piece of news, which I'm actually quite excited about, is Elden Ring. Have you heard about Elden Ring?
Never heard of it.
It's a game it's a game that's been made by the Dark Souls people, right? And a trailer got leaked. It's very grainy.
You forgot half the story there.
Go on.
It's made by the guy that made Game of Thrones as well.
Yes, that's it. George R.R. Martin.
That's right.
Yeah. So it's a collaboration between the Dark Souls guys and George R.R. Martin. And I'm surprised this trailer hasn't come out properly yet, because it's been leaked all over the place and it hasn't been taken down off social medias and YouTube yet. And even in this grainy state, it looks pretty damn awesome. So check it out. I'm playing it on the stream now, and Elden Ring, no release date as of yet, but it's looking pretty awesome.
I think it's at some point, I think Xbox are going to do an event, and this game is on there. I think it is multi-platform, but
yes.
I think Xbox have got some kind of exclusivity with it. So that's the reason why it's been a bit. No one wants to say anything yet, as in release the video, because I think Xbox want to do. Well, they were going to do I was told they were going to do an event, but it's all gone quiet on that again.
Yeah.
So maybe that was the situation. They were going to, when they do the event, show the proper trailer for it, but now it's all gone a bit quiet because maybe there's not enough to show on it. I don't know.
I mean, there's some news saying that it's probably going to be delayed until next year. I think it was slated for release this year. But yeah, it's been made by From Software. It's been published by Namco, but I don't know why they've changed the name of, because it used to be Namco Bandai, now it's called Bandai Namco. I don't know why they've changed the words around.
Oh, it's another Lennon and McCartney jobby.
Yeah, so it's being made by by game director Hidetaka Miyazaki, who's obviously very famous, and George R.R. Martin, and is scheduled for release on everything apart from the Switch.
Sad face.
Yeah. So, and I did miss a piece of news. I don't know if I'm going to let Dan do it.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, the Switch Pro. You forgot about it.
Yeah, I didn't actually put it on my notes. And I don't know why, because I put it in our chat.
Also for games journalist.
I know. I don't actually.
Bloody useless.
I don't know why I didn't. And it's right there. Right here in bloody Discord as well.
Yeah. It's, well, the rumours is that they're going to start producing it in June this year. For release later this year, and the specs are that it's going to have a 7-inch OLED screen. OLED screen, which basically means it's going to look nice, and hopefully, and it's going to be able to be scaled to 4K when docked, which we already knew, but it's going to keep 720p in handheld mode, which is fine, which basically means the battery life will be great, and it'll be nice and hefty, and probably cost a fortune. And really, really hard to come by come Christmas time.
Yeah. And drift like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Now, I know Stunty, because we're having a private chat about this in the week, and Stunty was like, oh, well, they might need to make the Joy-Cons bigger. But if you look at this picture of the Switch, there's a massive border. So what they could just make it like the bezels really thin and and obviously just push the screen out to the edges.
I think that's what they're going to do.
I think that, how long has Switch been out now? 4 years?
Yeah,
I'd say 4 years. Wow. I mean, it's due an upgrade now. People really want some 4K on their 4K TVs with the Switch. Hopefully it has a better battery as well. But I am surprised it never had an OLED in the first place, because the original Vita had an OLED and that looked beautiful. And then they switched, and then to cost cut, they pumped out the next version of the Vita with the LCD screen, which no one wants. They all want the OLED one. So I think the Switch screen is really going to pop with an OLED screen. So I'm pretty excited.
Yeah. I'm not too fussed about the visuals in handheld mode, if I'm being honest. Other than there'll be more of them to in the size of the screen. I think I just need an upgrade, because my console's 4 years old now and I use it every day.
Yeah, that's
fine. And I think I need to replace it. So that's basically it, really. Yeah. Other stuff. I did see a really good article actually, which might interest you. Apparently, according to Eurogamer, Square Enix has banned almost 6,000 players for real money trading in Final Fantasy XIV.
Yep.
Which I thought was hilarious. The reason being, I'm actually starting to get on my Facebook page paid for adverts by people doing real items for Animal Crossing for cash. And from the look of it, you enter, you pay them, and then they send you a dodo code to go and visit an island. And from the look of it, that's where the items are, and you just pick it up and take it back to your fucking result. Cheeky
That's
fuckers.
Hilarious.
It's just weird, isn't it? I mean, I think we've got to a point. I mean, you're not going to stamp this out. There are professional outlets that do this for certain types of games.
But I mean, it's not a new thing, is it? Because World of Warcraft has always had this problem with people, with bots, and companies selling like in-game money for real money. It's very prevalent on EVE Online. And pretty much any MMO you can think of, to be honest. So
there you go.
Because there's always going to be people out there that don't want to play the game. They'd rather pay like 50 quid for loads of in-game money just so they can kind of cheat the system, But what it does is it messes up the in-game economy. So with Final Fantasy XIV, for example, you've got the marketplace. You can sell your old gear for in-game money on like a market board, like an auction house, and it just fucks up the whole economy. So it's all the players that are working really hard can't buy the in-game items because they're priced so stupidly high. So yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to mention that.
I'm glad those fuckers are being banned.
Yeah, there was an article as well. There was apparently PlayStation have released a patent that lets players use inanimate objects as controllers. So you can get hold of a banana. You get hold of a banana and use it as your game controller.
God.
The idea being is that it's going to be something like I'm guessing something like Kinect or something like it'll recognise the system, or like a camera will recognise what you're holding. And then from that,
you could have a great big dildo.
Yeah.
You can use it as a sword.
The article says the patent application entitled "System and Methods for Generating User Inputs for Video Game, as noticed by blah blah blah," enables players to be able to use the likes of bananas and oranges, as cheaper alternatives to proper controllers. Whilst peripherals such as controllers can enrich a player's video game experience. The application explains this is really badly fucking written. The technical complexity and therefore cost associated that's all boring shit. But I think what's quite interesting is that it can identify the objects in the player's hands, and then track the object's movements. So you can have a carrot as a flight stick or a pillow as a steering wheel.
Random.
So, I know. I mean, whether or not we'll see anything of it. But it's probably going to be a bit of functionality to that PlayStation 5 camera that seems to be the only thing left on the shelves at the moment. So yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Cool.
And there's anything else? I think there might be one more thing. Oh yeah, did you see that Aliens Fire Team announcement that's out this summer? You didn't mention that either.
That's on the Facebook group, wasn't it?
Yeah, I did. It looks well. What do you think? I think it looks shit.
I'm not holding any high hopes at all.
I think we've been stung too many times, and I mean, after remember the Aliens Colonial Marines debacle. Which I think I only lost about £8 on my copy on that because I rinsed it within 2 days and then sold it on. But I don't know, I just watched it. It looks like it could be a janky mess.
Yeah, it's trying to be a bit like Gears of War, isn't it? Yeah.
It looks like it'd be something that'd be fun for the first hour, and then it will just get a bit samey, as in just the usual.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed Alien Clone Marines, I must admit.
You like janky mess?
Yeah. I did. I don't know. I just did. I mean, I did play some of the multiplayer actually with Darren, Switch, and I think it was. I can't remember who it was. Fueled by Beer, and we had quite a bit of fun with it. Actually, it was quite a good laugh. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, Alien really. They should just stick to the Alien Isolation. Really, that style. That's the suspense.
That was
you don't want an action game really, or if you do have an action with the suspense, but not just it's not continuous fighting, shooting all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? I'll wait for it when it's.
I found some gameplay on IGN.
Yeah,
it looks like Gears, doesn't it? That first person.
Just look a bit like Gears, but I'm looking forward to this game. This looks good.
This gameplay actually doesn't look too bad. Actually, I know we've just been slaying it, but it graphically looks really nice. Actually, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know who's making it. Who is actually making it?
Oh, now you're asking. I need to have a look online, mate.
It looks shit.
What?
Nah. I
reminds me of Aliens, the second one, which is the best film out of the whole franchise.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Oh,
it's being made by Cold Iron Studios. Who the fuck are they? I don't know. And it's been published by 20th Century Games, which is 20th Century.
I'll let you play it, Peeves, and let us give a review. Yeah, you could take a one for the team on this one.
Yeah.
Is this
Oh
what,
man, it looks fucking awful. It looks awful. Oh no.
What? Get your glasses on.
I mean, it looks all right, but
I have got my glasses on. I have got my glasses on. Jesus Christ. It's just... Ugh.
That's the worry. Is it going to be repetitive? Because it's all very well keep going down for corridors and you get an alien coming out, but once you've done it for like 2 hours, 3 hours, you're like, okay, is there going to be a slight change? Oh right, okay, we'll stick a mother alien in there for you now.
Yeah.
You know, is it going to be that, or is there going to be a bit of suspense? But I can't see it. It looks just an action game, doesn't it? It's like doing, like World War Z, the game. That was a good game, but it did get a bit samey when you just got the same old zombies coming after you. The only thing is the environment's changed.
Well, people in the Twitch chat are all saying it looks
I've
good.
seen it.
So...
Maybe it's just me. I mean, I'm the fucking nerd that plays Animal Crossing, so what do I fucking know?
I think I want to know how many players co-op it is. I mean, they've got 3 players in this demo.
Yeah.
So a bit like Outriders then. Yeah.
It looks like the Division with aliens, to be honest.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah.
But inside a web.
Come on. Who doesn't like shooting aliens? Come on.
I'd rather shoot people, to be honest.
Video games.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think graphically it looks good. I think we can reserve judgment until we see reviews and it comes out and stuff.
I mean, Aliens Clone Marines, that was dog shit for graphics, wasn't it? I mean, that was awful.
It was dog shit full stop, mate. It was like twice on a plate. It was fucking terrible.
When's this due out, Webby?
June.
There you go.
When's yeah, I was going to say, when's that? Is that the zombie game?
Yeah, that's the Left 4 Dead. Yeah, yeah, that's June or July, I think, as well.
Awesome. We're going to have loads of co-op games to play this year.
Yeah,
Good
and when's
times.
that Evil Dead?
See,
Evil Dead game.
Darkest Frost completed Cologne Marines 6 times.
Oh my god!
See, I cannot convert any of you. I think you're all mental, but there you go.
Cool.
There's do you know what? There's actually quite a few people I know on my Twitter feed that actually do like Alien Cologne Marines. So I think it's a dirty secret, that
game. But many games can be, obviously, they are a lot more fun when you're playing with your mates anyway. So as long as you're having a good time. Cool. Any other news?
I didn't bring that bit of news up, but anyway, carry on.
the only little bit of news I did see, which is sort of gaming, could be video game, film or TV series, is that there was some leaked video footage of Henry Cavill, and it looked like it's in the Mass Effect universe.
Oh, yeah, Mass Effect film, yeah.
Yeah, so is it a film or is it a TV series? But it's all gone a bit. They've not really said much about it.
No, I did see brief stuff of that. I didn't really read into much of it. I thought it was someone doing a fan mock-up or something. That's why I guess got out of it, but I might be wrong.
No, but who knows? It would be quite cool though. But I don't know what character he would play. Would he be a good shepherd? I don't know really.
I think
he plays The Witcher. He can't play them all.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know. I mean, everyone loves him because he's this big hunky man for the women, and he's a PC gamer as well. So he's one of Webby's lot. So
yeah, he's a proper gamer then. All right, shall we get into what we've been playing then? Go on then, Dan. Kick it off.
Well, I haven't really played that much this week, so mainly my main game this week has been Animal Crossing. I'm afraid I don't care. I'm going to talk about it. There's some Mario items came into the game this week, or the beginning of this month. So now you can order Mario costumes, items, and you can make little dioramas and shit in your game. So I'm doing that at the moment. Cool. And I'm generally updating the island. So I made a caged bear pit earlier. That's basically it, really. I played Animal Crossing a lot. Played a bit more Persona 5 Strikers, but not too much to talk about.
How are you enjoying that? I know Darren is. Colin's been playing it. He picked up on the Switch.
Yeah, I haven't played it for a few days because I've been a bit busy doing other stuff. But it's all right, I suppose.
I haven't played
lost a bit
of
of momentum with it. No.
Yeah,
So
I need
I've
to
been
get on
busy. I
that.
mean, it starts spring. People want to go for bloody walks all the bloody time. So I've been doing that mainly and working and sleeping. Great fun. What else played? Gears 5. Operation 6 has started.
What the fuck is
So
that?
that's like seasons, as they call them.
Oh, right, okay.
You sound bored to tears, mate.
Seasons.
I want to have a rant about
Season.
it as well.
You want to moan about it? Go and have a moan.
Yeah, I'm really pissed off. We played Gears the other week.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we got all the way. And I spent probably 2 hours getting you up to where I was.
Yeah.
And then we got all the way past my bit, and then got onto the next section further along.
Yeah.
When I load my game up, I'm still exactly the same fucking place as I was.
Oh shit, man!
That is fucking so dumb.
Well, well, I suppose you could always join my game where we can.
Yeah, well, that's the only way. Yeah, that's the only way I can finish it. So
yeah. Oh well.
I'm
waiting. So yeah, Operation 6 has started. So I played a bit of that today. They've got a new game mode on there called Control, which is like Capture the Flag, or not Capture the Flag. Sorry, it's like King of the Hill. Apart from the areas are much larger, so it's quite interesting battles now. You literally have the whole team in there staking their ground as everyone storms the place with bloody shotguns and having some good fun on that earlier. So that was good. And then really the only things I've played elsewhere was just a bit of Street Fighter 5 and a bit of Tekken 7, and that's about it really. Bit of a quiet week.
Nice and quick from you then, Daniel.
Yeah, as I said, I haven't bought any new games, and I thought I got really stuck into redesigning my islands on Animal Crossing. So
fair enough.
Yeah, so that's basically it, really.
Cool. Who was next? It was Mr. Peebs, wasn't it? Yes.
Yes. So I know I put out about my Twitch stream, and obviously it was a bit of a damp squid because I couldn't sort out the party chat. But I am now on 99 followers.
Ooh.
So I did gain 2 because I put a shout out. I was on 97. Come and watch the stream and get me up to 100. 2 people followed, so thank you to whoever they were.
Pimp out your stream, Peebs.
Yeah, it's Playboy Peebs on Twitch. Like I say, I haven't streamed a great deal at the minute, but I plan to. So follow, please.
99.
Yeah, there's got to be someone listening who's not following me to follow. Get me to 100. Come on.
What happens when you get to 100 then? What happens?
Not a lot.
He just gets to 100. It's just a big milestone.
Yeah,
come on, someone help him out. Subscribe.
When do you earn money?
Pass.
Don't, mate.
You have to get like a regular 75 viewers, I think, to start being paid.
Oh, really? And what do you get? £1 or penny?
I think no, actually, Webby, because I mean, I've never had any subscribers, but I think you get paid half of the Amazon Prime subscription.
Yeah, so it's £2.50.
But they don't pay out until you get over £100.
Yeah, and I haven't hit that yet, so I've not been paid out yet. So come on, people.
So yeah, what I've been playing. I did purchase Cyberpunk. Now I've not played it as yet, but I've been waiting for I just feel like I wanted to get into a single player game. I haven't really played one for a while. That I could get my teeth into, and it was a toss up between Cyberpunk and Valhalla. And I was pretty much close to buying Valhalla, but then at the last minute changed it to Cyberpunk after Collie completed it and was saying how great it was. So I was going to buy it on the store. I think it was £50, and then looked on eBay, and it was going for about 25 to 30, obviously second hand. But purchased it Thursday night, arrived Saturday morning, then spent Saturday installing it, and then I've just had a quick look today just to start building my character and stuff. And it gives you 3 options, isn't it? Nomad, Street, is it Street Guy, and then something else?
Street Kids, and Corpo.
Yeah, that's who I
that's
it. Street Kid I used.
I went for Street Kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, literally all I've done is made my character and I've just started it, and then I had to come on the podcast. So, but I'm off tomorrow. I'm going to sink hopefully a good 8 or 9 hours into it tomorrow, and
nice.
hopefully get into it.
About 30 hours to do the main story if you do miss bits. So
is there a lot of collectibles and things?
Oh yeah, there's loads of collectibles, side quests. Yeah, but I mean I finished it 30 hours, but there's shitloads more stuff still to do.
I think it took me about 60 odd.
And I think there's also different. I think there's different achievement. I'm not sure if there's different achievement trophies if you do different. If you're a different person, like
no, because I use a site 360 achievements or true achievements to do my research on what games what the achievements are going to be like. And Cyberpunk is ranked, I think it was 3 or 4 out of 10 as being fairly easy for the achievements. Obviously it's a lot of grinding, like collectibles, but there are some omissible achievements, so you have to do certain things in certain ways, but the only mission you have to replay is the last one to get a different achievement. So you don't have to play the whole game again. You just have to do replay the last mission. So
I'm just looking at my playtime on GOG, 64 hours and 5 minutes, to be precise.
And you normally rinse through games as well, don't you?
Yeah. So that was I felt like I did rinse through a lot of it, to be honest. But it'd
be interesting to see how long it took Collie actually, because I know he's quite methodical and don't think he's all that bothered about collectibles and stuff though. But I'll say I'll start with good intentions to try and collect everything, but we'll see how.
Yeah, you'll get overwhelmed. It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
there's so much on the map you're seeing.
But the side missions are so worth doing. They're so good.
Oh yeah, I plan to try and I'm not just going to rinse the main missions. I am going to explore everything and do as much as I can.
Yeah.
So yeah, looking forward to that. River City Girls. I know last week I said we stuck on the 3rd boss, and looking at YouTube videos, a lot of people had said that's as far as I'd got in the game because it was like a game-breaking boss that you couldn't. A lot of people couldn't defeat, but me and my son managed to do it. It took us a good 45 minutes. Few deaths, but we managed to get it, and both jumped up in the air when we managed to kill the boss. We then played through the next section and got to the 4th boss.
Nice.
Which is another. This game is quite difficult. And the 4th boss, she's like a guitar playing. It's in a concert, and she's on a stage, and then when she's on the stage, it's like like on Guitar Hero when you have the keys come down on the in a line thing, and you're supposed to press. Yeah, they come down, and you've got to dodge all the buttons. And then when you've managed to do that, then she comes down and does her bit where you've got to fight her, and then she jumps back on the stage. It's like all the bosses have 3 sections, and you can see their health bar at the bottom. So then the 3 sections of the health bar, you'll get the first bit down, and then the boss will change its
Do you know what
tactics.
the boss is called?
Well, the 3rd boss was called what's his name? Because he's out of Double Dragon. They used the guy out of Double. The big dude with the tosh and the bald head out of Double Dragon.
A Bobo. Okay, so you're on the 5th boss. You're on the 5th boss by the looks of it.
Oh, am I?
Video, yeah. So I was just thinking, I went to the 4th boss, and that's not right.
I can't remember. Oh, that's better. I'm further in the game than I thought then. Yes, that's it, a Bobo. So that's the 4th boss, is it?
Yeah.
The 5th. Yeah, so that's the one we struggled to beat. We've beaten him. And now we're on this guitar playing boss. But yeah, I'm still enjoying it. Still plan to complete it. Because it's only 5 gigs, so it's not taking up too much room. Because that's the issue I've got now is the room on my hard drive. Because obviously Cyberpunk was about 60 gig. Yeah, that's the one playing now on the Twitch stream. Noise.
You need an external hard drive.
Yeah, I do need to invest.
It's only
in
£200, mate, for the
yeah,
1
so I mean,
terabyte.
The thing is,
Series
last month
X one.
I spent 150 quid on an Elite controller. This month I spent 450 quid on a flipping Xbox.
You didn't need the Elite controller. You need a hard drive, but more than the controller.
Yeah, exactly. You still share COD, so what are you worried about?
Yeah.
In hindsight,
yourself a gamer, Peeps.
Yeah.
In hindsight, I shouldn't have probably pulled the trigger on the Elite controller. I mean, I still use it as my main controller, and then the one I got with the Xbox is in the drawer for whoever comes around to co-op and whatnot. But yeah, I need to invest in a hard drive because I'm just having to jiggle things about. And the trouble is, because I play Warzone as my primary sort of multiplayer game, and that's just taking up so much room because I've got Modern Warfare, Warzone, and Black Ops on there, and it's taking up like 300 gig. The whole for them 3 games, which is annoying. And then obviously FIFA's another 40, 50 gig, which I play a lot. Which brings me on to FIFA because it was funny yesterday. I'd had a few drinks on a Saturday afternoon, ales and anthems, which is a bit of a tradition. But was playing FIFA. And you know what it's like when you're playing FIFA and COD, you get all the teenagers giving you abuse and all the rest of it. Anyway, I was playing FIFA and I was beating. You get a lot of people rage quit on it and just disconnect because when they start losing, which doesn't happen that often to me because I don't actually win that many games. But I was going on a bit of a roll and I'd won a few games, and this guy just kept spamming the party invite button. I was winning 4-1, and he's spamming the invite button, and it's just constantly just pop, 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 pop. And I was like, oh, what is he doing? I was like, he's just obviously getting annoyed because he was losing. Anyway, it was just, and because I thought, well, I'm going to do, I was ignoring it, and then I thought, well, no, I'm going to join the party, see what he's got to say. But every time you press the home button to join the party, a menu comes up in the game. You're idle. You will be disconnected. And I thought,
that's probably why he's doing it.
Yeah, he's trying to get me to join the party, and then literally, as soon as you try and join the party, it's going to kick you out of the game. So I had to quickly press the home button back so it wouldn't disconnect.
Yeah,
but it kept coming. I don't know if you guys have got your Xbox connected to your phone, because obviously when someone invites you to a party, that activates. So I was like, oh, right. I joined the party through my phone. And the first thing and I had it on loudspeaker. Obviously, the missus is in the kitchen. She wasn't really paying any attention. And this kid was going, oh, what was he? Do you know what his first words were? As soon as I joined the party, I hope you and your family all die.
Oh, that's nice of
him. Yeah. So obviously I went spastic. And I don't swear. I try not to swear much, especially when the kids in front of the missus and that. And I just let him have it for what for. And the missus comes running and goes, "What on earth is going on in here? What are you doing?" Some little spotty twat on here was giving me jip, and I just was giving him so much jip. He's going, "Oh, you've joined my party. What are you, some sort of nonce?" It really just made my blood boil. And you just forget, back in the old day when you used to get all loads of abuse before party chat, and it was all game chat.
Yeah.
Because now mostly we're all in parties. You're not really exposed to that sort of stuff anymore, are you? But
no. But the problem you have, Peebs, is that that's a 12-year-old boy, and you're probably you're an old man to him now. I've got some old man sort of giving me grief back.
I've got this old man, he's kicking my ass at FIFA.
Exactly, mate. I've been playing 30 years, mate.
Yeah, I know what you mean now. I mean, I had it ages ago that was on COD. I went into game chat, and I didn't say a word, actually, and there was these 2 young, I don't know, they're probably 16, 17-year-olds, and they were slagging me off because we were playing, the threes in COD, and they got put down on the floor, and they were fucked off because I didn't go and pick them up. Well, I wasn't going to go and pick them up because I was going to die. Yeah. So, and all I had for the next 10 minutes is them just slagging me off. So what I'd done is when they came back into the game, they all joined where I was again, and I basically just fucked off with all the, with a helicopter that was right near them, and fucked them, sort of thing. But it's just, game chat is just, ugh.
It's awful, isn't it? Yeah.
Mm.
I remember back in the day in the old COD 4 lobbies, and everyone was swearing and saying all sorts of shit, and the music pumping out, and we were all like, we'd all give it some. And now it's just like, I want a quiet life, I just want to enjoy my gaming.
Well, back then it was quite funny because I used to do Gears. And it was like, hey, look, we got another American come in. Let's slag the fucker off. Sorry, Colin. It wasn't Colin anyway. But it's like, and it was also that whole thing. Look, I'm talking to someone in the other side of the world, sort of thing. Wow. And he's still a cunt. Sorry.
Yeah, so that was entertaining Saturday evening. Still plodding on with. That's one other thing with FIFA is obviously I was playing it on my Xbox One, and it had obviously you get your achievements. Now I've got it on the Xbox Series X, which is upscaled. It started off a whole new achievement list. It's like back to 0 out of 1,000.
Double dipping, peeps.
Oh no! Right.
I see like that because I think I only got about 400 out of the other FIFA, and it was a bit of a grind, and it's quite annoying now. It's set me back to 0 again, although, I probably can earn them again. So, it's double dipping a little bit, but it's annoying on the other hand as well.
Do you want to talk, about you and
No, we'll talk about it in a bit. We'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
Well, I hear what people else has been playing.
Well, still sort of playing Gears Plop.
I've noticed. I don't believe you're still playing it because it's coming off the store. It's been coming off soon,
it's coming off April, and obviously I joined a Discord group that are full of active players, but it's starting to become a bit of a chore now because these guys are real hardcore, and they message you in the Discord every day. Make sure you do your dailies. Make sure you're doing your hordes. Make sure you do it and they're all their tactics, and make sure you're using these pins, and make sure you're doing it like this. And it's like, oh my god, it's like I need to delete this game. But I just
delete, man. Do it.
You were playing it Friday night while we were playing Red. I know we could hear him. We could hear him. While we were in the lobby.
He says men can't multitask, eh?
Oh, bloody hell!
No, but that was because I was getting That's because I was getting messages. Oh, make sure you do your hordes for this weekend. Get your points in. I was like, oh. But the sort of carrot that's dangling is because they're supposed to be giving it another update just to reduce the costs of the pins and give you more money in game currency and stuff. So I'm hoping to try and get a few more achievements out of it. That's the only reason why I'm still doing it. But yeah, in a way, I'll be glad when it's just done and I can just delete the bloody game off my phone.
Bloody casual phone gamers.
That's the only game I play on my phone. I don't game on my phone really. Apart from I did quite like the old Forza game that they had on there. But
Forza Street, that was good. Yeah.
But I'd stopped playing that because the achievements were all glitchy. There was an achievement for logging in 7 days on the trot and it wouldn't unlock. Annoying. What else? I downloaded Sea of Solitude after, I think, was it Stunty said a couple of weeks ago? Or
chat said. Yeah, I'll talk about that in a bit, actually.
Well, I only played the first sort of chapter. But yeah, I'm quite liking what I've played of it so far. Looks quite good. Like the art style and stuff, but that I did sort of just play it mainly for the achievements, but I'm actually quite liking the game. But it's having to follow a guide to try and get all the collectibles. I think there's glass message in a bottle things you got to collect.
Yeah, and you got the birds. Yeah, I mean we might as well just talk about it now. Actually,
the seagulls.
I'm not really sure what the story is, to be honest, but it reminds me of sort of I don't know why, it sort of reminds me of Concrete Genie, but not of a painting game. That sort of, it's this person, something's happened to this person. I think she was a bully herself, or something or other, and she's in this world, and she's trying to find her family. And it's a very bizarre game, but it's beautiful looking, isn't it? So it's
yeah.
But I never heard anything of it. It was only because I got Game Pass the other week that I actually saw it, but I don't know, it's just flown under the radar. And I mean, I don't know if anyone else has heard of it before.
Yeah, I just haven't got around to playing it. It's on the list.
Right. But no, it's good.
Webby will definitely be playing it because its achievements are quite easy. Now he's rediscovered his Cheevo whoring ways. What else? Unravel. I know I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago. I hadn't played much of it then. I've done the first three or four levels now. I mean, it looks beautiful. The game is beautiful looking.
It's got some good puzzles as well. I like the puzzles, and it's just very cute art style as well with the the puppet.
Just
I found some of the the first one, because I think there's two, isn't there? Yeah. But yeah, I found some of the puzzles a little bit frustrating, but I suppose they're not supposed to be too easy. But yeah, that's the trouble now. I've got all these little games on the go, like Sea of Solitude, Unravel, River City Girls, and I'm sort of just doing bits and bobs on them and then putting them down and going on to another one. But now, obviously, I've got Cyberpunk, so they might be on the back burner for a little bit. Because I've still got bloody Division 2 that I was halfway through, so I haven't finished that, and I really need to, really, because that's taking up 70 gig of the hard drive. So
too many games on the go, peeps. Not healthy.
Yeah,
becoming like me.
No, I don't normally like having too many games on the go as well. And then, what was the other game? Battlefield 5. I installed for the gamer nights. I plan on doing the single player on that, the campaign, and
you've not played the campaign yet.
No, I've not started the campaign. I've just pretty much done the multiplayer when we had the gamer night the other week.
Yeah.
And
that's quite stingy on Cheevos, that is.
Yeah.
Played it on PlayStation. It was quite stingy. It's quite long as well, as in the way
campaign's long.
Well, not campaign's long, but just the way the achievements are. It's not, well, it'd be trophies on what I played it on, but exactly the same. It was good. It was good.
I think there's quite a lot of multiplayer achievements on it. And then obviously once we get a bit bored of Wreckfest, perhaps we could have a night on Battlefield 5 and a game a night.
Yeah, sounds good.
I mean, I won't be able to host them every Friday because I do work some Friday evenings and lates and stuff. So it's just at the minute it's fallen out. I've been off all these Fridays and Saturdays, so I've been able to host them. But no doubt we can, Webby can host them.
It's not a problem at all. Yeah, I'm free most.
But I suppose change the games up, So no doubt we'll probably get a bit bored of Wreckfest eventually.
Yeah, but not yet.
No, not yet. Still enjoying it. And then what else? Well, Wreckfest, really. Yeah.
Good old Wreckfest. Yeah, we talked about it at the beginning though.
Yeah, and I know Trip keeps trying to get us all to download the golf game that's on.
No, I'm ready.
Yeah, I've downloaded it.
It's bloody well old. It came out in 2015.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like a year or two year old.
Well, I downloaded it and I thought I'll check my Cheevos.
Downloaded the right one.
Yeah, and I thought I'd check my Cheevos and I was like, I've got achievements on this already. 2015, I unlocked 2 achievements on that game. I'm like, oh, fuck that. And the graphics on it are shit. There's newer golf games out which are better.
Yeah, but they're not on Game Pass, though, are they?
Don't care. I'm not doing a game a night on that. I'm not doing a game a night on that old game. It's too old.
Fucking snob.
Yeah, it's too old. Sorry, I'm not doing it.
Oh well, but I'm sure others will. Well, I plan to download it. Obviously, like I say, I'm running out of space, so we were supposed to have gaming out on the golf with friends, but that never happened.
Oh, that game's awesome as well. We need to add that to the list.
Yeah. I mean, it's great. The game's not that great, but I think it would be a good laugh with like 8 of us in there. Like,
I really like it.
Yeah. And that's it then.
Cool. Stunty.
Right. Well, I've got a big list because I haven't been on for ages, have I? So
buckle up.
Yeah.
Buckle up, everyone.
I'm I might as well start with. I've resubscribed to Game Pass because I hadn't for quite a while.
Good lad. You've come back to the dark side.
Well, no, I'll still be using my PlayStation, my main console, and I'll be using the Xbox for all the Game Pass stuff. Which I can't get on PlayStation, or if I can get on PlayStation, I have to pay for it. Which is so it makes best of both worlds. Because as I say, I might be a PlayStation person, but I am a gamer, which means I play everything. So I don't have no allegiance to one console to that degree.
Are you
right.
sure about
that? Fuck off. Right. I played a bit of that Donut Country that you guys were
Donut
talking
County,
about. Yeah, County. Sorry, not Country. County. That's a weird game, isn't it? It's like
fucking. That's brilliant. Love it.
Yeah, it's good, but it's a really weird game, isn't it? And it's like all these people hanging around this campfire, and they're all sort of thing, and it's just really weird. It's good though, isn't it? It's good fun. Some of the puzzles I had to sort of at first they were really, really simple, but now they're starting to get a bit more challenging.
Challenging is a fucking doddle, mate. If you couldn't work out the puzzles on that, there's no hope for you.
Oh no, I worked out the puzzles, but I'm just saying they've changed them up a bit more now.
Okay.
So I haven't played it actually for about a week, but yeah, it was good from what I played of it. Good fun. Trying to think what else. I did play.
There was one hard puzzle in that. Sorry, there was that one hard puzzle when you have to. Was it when you're cooking something and you have to get the salt and the pepper and that in the right order? If I remember, that was the hard.
That's if you want the Cheevo for the perfect recipe, isn't it, Peebs?
That's it.
So just do it as normal. It's a piece of piss. You just need some salt and pepper in it.
Right. Oh, that's why then. That's why I was struggling.
Oh dear.
Oh my dear Lord, you fucking dubs.
Right,
carry on.
Other game, which I played with Webby on Monday, and Mr. Carson, Gears 5 Hive Busters.
Yeah, let's talk about this.
What a fucking pile of shit.
Yes, I was going to say the same thing.
Oh my God, it was so fucking boring.
Yeah.
It was just, it was so... Oh, I love Gears. I always have. Gears 1, 2 and 3 are my favourite Gears of all time. And I've never been a fan of 4 and 5. They're all right, they're playable, but this Hive Busters, it's nothing new. It's just the same. Go into area, shoot the enemies. Oh, we might put one of these liquor things that jumps across the map again. Move on to the next area. Do exactly the same again. And it just goes on and on and on.
I mean, to be fair, Stunty, it was me, you and Carson. And we had a good blasted party chat just slagging the game off, didn't we?
I really quite liked it, so fuck you. Yeah.
Well, there's no hope you aliens,
Yeah. Well, did you get to the end boss?
Yeah, we done it all.
Oh,
we finished it.
Did you do it on beginner?
No, we started on the intermediate, but we did turn it down to beginner. Cause
that's what I meant.
Because Webby wanted to get the game finished.
Yeah, I wanted to get it off the fucking... I wanted to get it off my hard drive because it was taking up 140 gig on my hard drive, so I wanted it off.
But I just think the series needs a revamp. But the problem is I know it's going to happen. There's a lot of Gears fans out there, and they won't like change. It's like, even for me, I think the A button for running now is so fucking old. It's like, I know it's a certain style of game, but it's 2021 now, and that was 2008, I think, wasn't it? Gears, the first one.
I don't know, something like that.
Yeah,
it's just like this still seems like who the fuck are the characters?
Yeah, one of them looked like Kevin Keegan, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was probably the best one.
He's black and bald.
Yeah, with mutton chops.
Yeah, Carson was moaning about the Scottish guy because he said he wasn't even bloody Scottish.
Yeah.
He couldn't do an accent properly. So, but it was just, I don't know. I just worry for the series because I've played God of War, and I was never a fan of the original God of Wars. But to be honest, I love the new God of War because they revamped it and restarted the whole story again, and it's really good. And I think that's what Gears need. But I don't think that's going to happen because of the team that are involved in it. So, I don't know. It's
I don't know. I think Microsoft just need to kill off Gears and Halo now and start something fresh. That's my opinion. They've been done to death now.
I think Halo would work if you did a complete reboot.
Yeah.
Personally, I mean, can you remember the story of 5? I can't.
Yeah, because it was fucking dog shit.
Yeah, so I don't know what this is going to do. I mean, it might be completely different, mightn't it, with this new Halo? But I don't know. But it's just going back to Gears. I mean, I love Gears. I really love Gears. I'm just so disappointed with where it's going at the moment.
Yeah.
I know you're loving it, Dan. I know you've got well into this one. So it's
fine.
Good,
it's fine. It is what it is. It's like an old bike. You get on it, ride it. It's good fun. But as I said, I like the multiplayer a lot. So you guys don't play that. So
no, it's boring.
Yeah, it's boring. You're shit a bit.
Filthy casuals, Dan.
Yeah, no, tell me about it. There's a couple of they turn up, slag off where they're visiting, and then fuck off home to their shit off. Pretty much.
Right, what else did I play? Sea Solitude we talked about, which I'm still playing. I'm up to chapter 8 on that at the moment. Really loving that, actually, that game. I must admit, it's just nice. I like games like that, which is a sense of adventure. But we've already spoke about it. Right, what else have I played? I have been playing, because I haven't been on for a while, I was playing GTA 5. And I did quite a lot of... no, the multiplayer. Yeah, and I've done quite a lot on the multiplayer. I'm level 40 on the multiplayer, which is quite high. I own a motorcycle club. I own a retro arcade with 8 retro arcade machines that I bought. And
do they work properly?
Yes. Now I didn't know this. But when before I bought the arcade, and I thought, you just buy this arcade place and it just have a load of arcades in it. No, what happens is you'll get one set of 4 arcades all in the middle, but they're all the same game, and it's actually a game to play. You put money in it, and you can play a game with your mates. So one of the games is like a top-down. It's a bit like Snake sort of thing, but you've got like square boxes, and as you're this little man, you run around this square box. As you get all the way around the square box, it becomes a colour, and that's your colour then. And then you've got other players on the map that if they do it on the colour, so it's whoever gets territory of the map. And what happens is you also can pick up guns, so you can shoot people while you're going around trying to make these square boxes. Very, very basic game, but it's quite fun when there's like 4 of you playing it. Sort of all running around the rest of it. But the thing with the arcade I love is you can buy arcades, and they're proper games. As in like they're not just the same game. It's a different game. You've got one where it's like Outrun. You've got another game that's like a side-scrolling, like Gauntlet, that sort of style game. And but I was quite impressed that they've actually done a little bit of work on it, to be honest. As in they could have just said, "Oh, there you go, there's an arcade there. It's just stuck in a corner." And as you get more arcades in your place, you start to see more people appearing in the arcade, just hanging around.
Cool.
Can you shoot them?
No, you can't shoot them in you. No. But I've done quite a lot of the missions because I've got a group of us that play it. Friends, they can have different things to what I have. So one of my friends, he's got the submarine, and the submarine is actually used for a certain mission. There's actually another map you go to. It's another world. So you actually leave. I don't know what the world's called of GTA 5. What is it? It's not Liberty City or anything like that.
No, it's Los Santos, isn't it?
Los Santos, yeah.
Is it Los Santos? Yeah. So you actually leave Los Santos and you go on a plane or you can go on your submarine and you can go to this other place. And it's a bit like Ibiza. It's that kind of, I can't remember what it's called now. And there's a mission there that you do. And it's all part of getting a load of money, and you can earn, I think it's 2 million on this mission. And we're halfway through it at the moment. But it's good. Had a lot of fun. As I say, I mean, I've won 3 cars in the casino.
Oh, that's cool.
That's pretty cool, yeah, because every time you go in a casino, you get to, it's like your dailies.
You do your daily spin, yeah.
That's right. Once you win the car, though, you can't win another car until they change the car.
This sounds like fucking Test Driver Limited too.
So, but no, it's good. It's good fun. I think the thing with it is it's good fun if you're playing it with other people. I mean, I've played it with St. Adam. He's been playing it with me and one of his mates and a load of friends like Dougie and stuff like that. And yeah, it's good, but there is a lot of grinding as well that you do in the game, as in just a lot of basic missions where, you know, you run the motorcycle club and you do the missions in the motorcycle club, which gets money for the motorcycle club and also bumps your money up so you can buy extra things like extra cars, you know, helicopters and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's good. I'll be interested to see where this goes because, as I say, there's going to be a new update, isn't there, for the PS5 and I think it's Xbox Series X as well at some point, but I don't know when. They haven't said much on it yet, have they?
No, there's no release date yet. But yeah, no. It's, I mean, the online on this is mega popular. Again, I just wish it was like with most stuff. I wish it was cross-play. There we go.
No, but yeah, that's good. The other game I've been playing is the Division 2.
Oh,
I bought this
on PlayStation.
Yes, I bought this about a year ago, and I didn't really play much of it. I only got up to about level 5, and then didn't play it again. And then there's been a free update for the PS5, and it looks fucking stunning. It looks beautiful. Make sure if you do play it on the PS5, you install it on the SSD. Don't have it on the external because you will notice it's not as quick still, and you will see little bits of frame popping. But as soon as you stick it on the SSD internally, it runs perfect. Yeah, really good. I didn't really get into the game because I wasn't playing it with anyone. I was playing it on my own, but now I'm playing it with a crew. And also Headcase has jumped in as well. He's jumped in with us.
He's a weird one, his Headcase. He goes from bloody Xbox to PC, then PC back to Xbox, and now he's on PlayStation as his main system. His head must be all over the place, man.
He's multi-format.
Oh, it's not because he's like, oh, PlayStation's my favourite now. It's like, well, the fucking last week Xbox was your favourite. Make up your fucking mind. Fucking hell. This guy's nuts.
Yeah, he bought 3 PlayStation 5s.
Oh, he's got more money than sense, isn't he?
Yeah, 3. I don't know why he bought 3, but he wants one for his
scalper.
Yeah. But no, I've had good fun with it. I mean, he was a lot higher level than me. The only good thing with the Division 2 is it doesn't matter what level you are; it will scale to your level to who you're playing with.
Yeah.
I've got a few because what happens in the game, it's a bit like Destiny, really. It goes up to level 30, and then it changes to gear score.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, 2 of my friends, they're on 507 gear score, so they're quite high. But I'm level 24 at the moment, so I've not got up to 30 yet. Yeah, I've got a while to go. But
the thing with the Division is stunty is like I loved it because I got into a clan online on the PC and rinsed it, done everything, and then it's like every other game like this, like Destiny or whatever. You hit like that roadblock where it's like the only thing you can do is your weeklies and your dailies, and all it is repeating the same fucking missions over and over again, and that's where I kind of just fall off because it's just boring doing the same shit over and over again. But before that point, it's a great game.
Yeah, there's more to this game though than the first one. I mean, I rinsed the first one. They've added a lot more now. There's you got separate paths. I mean, I did one of the strongholds last night, so it's funny because I'm doing so much of the game, but I haven't even finished the story yet. I'm doing all the extra stuff that's after the main game because you can, if you've got someone that's that level to do it, they can put me through it still, regardless. So it's not like there's no barrier there for me, which is great because sometimes you can get a game where it's like, oh, I can't join you because I'm not high level enough. Like Destiny was, that's a perfect example for that. You can't play certain bits because you've got to be a certain level. But if one of your team is that level, oh yeah, fuck it, you can all come in. That's brilliant. I love that. So as I say, we did one of the strongholds and we ended up taking over this submarine, not submarine, one of these hover boats. And it was good. It was really, quite a cool mission, quite a long mission as well, actually. It was like, I think it took us an hour to do that. But yeah, it's good. Gunplay's brilliant. It's I think the only down I can say on the Division 2 is there's way too many fucking guns still. It's like you just seem to be picking guns up.
That's the whole point of it. There's loads of guns. You can do all your upgrades. There's all the customization.
Yeah,
It is a lot to get your head around. But
yeah. But no, it's a good game. I'll probably be playing that for the next year until I get bored of it, and then onto something else. But no, it's good. Well worth playing. Shame you didn't get it on the PlayStation, Peeps. But
Yeah, I'm gutted because I really like it as well from what I've played of it, and it's just the reason I've stopped sort of playing it was just through lack of playing it with people I know.
I can understand that.
Yeah, you can play with randos, but sometimes when I go before a mission and you go into a lobby, I'm finding that I'm still just playing it on my own, even though I've gone into a lobby. No one joins me, so
yeah,
that's frustrating because I think this game is brilliant co-op.
Yeah, it desperately needs cross-play. And do you know what's sickening? It has cross-play between PC and Stadia. And that's
really?
it. Yeah. Who has a fucking Stadia? No one. Look, come on, guys. We need cross-play between PC and all the consoles so we can all play together.
Is there any Ubisoft games? Is there any Ubisoft games that are cross-play?
I don't think so. No.
Because even like Siege, was that not cross-play then?
They're talking about doing cross-play between PlayStation and Xbox on Siege at the moment.
Right.
I've seen that in the news, but not on PC because obviously twitchy mouse nerds and all that. But yeah.
But I must. The one thing I will say though is it's great that it's free. As in like the upgrade. And as I say, they've done a lot of work on that game. They really have.
I mean, when you go stunning.
Yeah, when you go into certain sort of rooms and houses and stuff, the detail in there is really, really, really special.
Yeah.
So, give me 2 seconds.
Oh, it's gone for a piss.
Oh.
No, it's all right. It's all right. My daughter's just come to say goodnight. That's all. So, right. So that's that. And my last game is a game that's a new game.
Oh.
Little Nightmares 2.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
I've heard good things.
What a game. I played Little Nightmares and the first one, it was a really good game. This one is just it's just jaw dropping. I wasn't really wasn't interested in this game, but my daughter was she was like kept banging on about it. I really want it and the rest of it. I went, all right, okay, pull my finger sort of thing, and there we go and get it, and it's just stunning. It's the suspense on this game. It's a side-scrolling platformer, but it's not all side-scrolling. There's some bits where you're sort of like moving in the map like a 3D style.
So it's okay.
So it's not completely, platform one side to the other side.
Yeah.
This basic puzzle, the basic premise of the game is your character called Six, and it's like you're from the Borrowers. Do you remember the Borrowers, where you're these little people in the world? Everything around you is massive. I don't know the full story of what your reason is and who you are, but you're trying to get from one place to another place. But in that world that you're in, which is very dark, is these creatures that will kill you straight away.
Have you played the first one, Stunty? Or
yes.
Oh, okay.
No. I played the first one, but this is a prequel. So this is
okay.
So this actually goes back before the first one, which sounds confusing. So basically, there's a character called 5 and 6. This is the two characters that you play, because there's two of you in this game. The puzzles in the game are quite straightforward at first, but they do get a lot harder. You get things like traps on the floor, and you've got to chuck things at the traps, and it sets all the traps off. You have climbing things where you have to climb and jump across to other things. You have things where you have to turn the lights on, so you need to find a battery, so you've got to sneak past enemies.
Is it scary? Is the game scary?
Yes. Okay. Yes, it is very scary. My daughter was playing this on one section. I've never seen her so scared in all my life.
Oh, wow, okay.
She's not scared of games. She plays Five Nights at Freddy's and stuff like that. And literally, she got to a section, she was so scared, I don't know if it's partly scared or she couldn't do the section, and I had to come in and help her, and she was literally crying. You know?
Wow.
Yeah. But the kids love this game because it's that, I don't know. The kids today love all this scary sort of, I don't know, Five Nights at Freddy's. That kind of sort of, I don't know. It's not hot, not bloody, just scare-tastic. You know,
Yeah.
Suspense.
What's the certificate on it? Was it an 18 game or is it?
I don't know. The game's not in it at the moment because my daughter's got it back in her room. I'm not sure actually.
I imagine it will be if it's that scary.
I don't know. I don't think it is. There's no swearing in the game. It's nothing like, there's no talking in the game anyway. There's subtitles on bits. That's actually, I don't think there's subtitles. I don't think, thinking about it. It's a very weird game, but it's such a good game. It has there's like a bit where a TV and you start thinking of Poltergeist, as you're getting sucked into this TV and the rest of it. But it's the enemies that's the bit that's scary about it. I mean, there's a section on at the moment. I did this with my daughter, but I can't bloody do it now when I want to do it. Where you're in this room and you have to crouch, and you've got to get from one side of the room to the other side of the room, and you have to crouch along slowly and use a torch. And what you've got is all these mannequin figures. They're all scattered around in this room, and if they see you, as in like if you're moving, they start running towards you, literally running towards you. But it's all dark, and you've got to use your torch, and you've got to shine your torch at them, and it stops them in their track. But the problem you've got, if you've got like 2 or 3 of them on you, it can get overwhelming, and it is quite, it's just got that element about it that's really cool. Brilliant game. I'm chapter 3, I think I'm at the moment. There's only 5 chapters in it. My daughter's chapter 4. She's a lot higher than me. She is. But it's really well worth getting. It's a £25 game.
I think the first one was on Games with Gold as well at one point. So
was it? Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you've not played it, and give the first one a go, because the first one's quite scary as well. I mean, you've got this big fat person that's sort of like chopping things up. It's a bit more horror, that one is. This one's just more suspense, really.
It's a Peggy 16 as well. I just looked it up.
Right, okay. The other thing as well is this was actually the people that made this game. I think they're Swedish. They were involved in Tearaway.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, and Tearaway was a brilliant game. On the Vita, it was brilliant. I loved Tearaway on the Vita. It was never as good on the PlayStation 4. It lost a bit of its charm. So, but I hope there's more of these games, and I think there will, because I think it's got quite high praise, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, but it's just for all of you, I'd say at some point, if you can get to play it, I think even you, Dan, I think you'll quite be. Cool. I know you don't like your scary games like Resident Evil, but
I don't mind them. I'm just a bit. I don't know. I'm sure I'll be fine with it. Yeah,
this isn't like Resident Evil, but it's still quite, quite haunting sort of thing, and also the puzzles are quite interesting. You've got to really work things out. It's not easy shit. You've got to like move some character from one place to another place because you need to use their wheelchair to do something or other with. But you're not thinking of that. You're thinking it could be something else. So and there's some good little because I'm playing it on PlayStation, the trophies probably the same on the Xbox. There's some good little secret hidden achievements as well that my daughter's given me all the tips for. So it's brilliant. But no, brilliant. It's well worth playing. That's it. I think that's all of me. There's probably some other bits, but that's it for now.
Cool. It's my turn then, I'll take it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I've played a few games this week.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
If you guys on Xbox want to look at the gamer score leaderboard for this month, I will probably be at the top. I've managed to achieve in 7 days 8,110 gamer score. Doing a little bit of Cheevo whoring this month.
He's not big or not clever.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've discovered some really good games in the process, to be honest with you, which is really awesome. So I'm going to go through them in a little order. So, and it's not going to be the order I've written them down in either, which is really annoying. But
old Mella's going to be writing them down.
Yeah, all I had to do. So how I got these tips was all I did was look on Peebs' profile to see what games he got 1000 G on, and I just went through them, and some of them were really short. So the first one was Call of the Sea. This game is really awesome. So it's a puzzle game. You play as this lady who's got this disease, and she's got a letter from her husband who's gone out to this island to try and find a cure for her. And it's basically just a proper puzzle game. Now, this is Webby's tip section. If you, if you use a walkthrough, yeah. So if you use a walkthrough, this would only take you about 3 hours to complete. And also, it's a double stacker, so you can also play it on the PC and get another 1000 G. So I actually played through this game twice this week.
So you spent 6 hours on
gamer
this?
score.
6 hours to get... Jesus Christ.
But it's brilliant. It's so good. It is like the puzzles are really, really good. The story is really intriguing. I loved it. The art style and the graphics are fantastic. So I really do recommend this game. Not just for the Cheevos, but just for the game. But you won't get all the Cheevos without a walkthrough. So yeah, I double dipped this and got 2000 gamer score. So yeah.
How do you feel about it, Peeps? How do you feel about it?
My time will come.
Yeah. So this game was really good. Really, really good.
Yeah, I did talk about this game the other week when I remember, Webby. You seem to have a short memory.
No, I don't. I remember you talking about it ages ago, but I just looked through your profile and I was just right.
Do I sense jealousy there?
I think he's a little bit jealous. He's thinking, bloody hell, 8,000 gamer score in 7 days. I could never do that.
You're just a bit late, Webby. You should have done it when they were doing that that challenge.
Yeah, I know, that 10,000 challenge. Yeah.
What did you get for your 10,000 again? What was it, a fiver?
I think you got 10. Yeah, it's about 10,000. Yeah, you got 10,000 points.
When you peg out Webby, you're going to get that put on your gravestone.
Yeah, 100%.
Score. Just better make sure it's not an odd number.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so Call of the Sea is a really good game. It's all games. So all these games I'm going to talk about are on Game Pass, which makes it even better. So cool. All right, I'm going to go on to the next game because I've got quite a few games to rip through. Another game. I'm pretty sure I saw Peebs had completed this as well. Observation.
It doesn't ring a bell.
I'm pretty sure
I don't think I have played
it's on your list. So if not, this is another tip for you to get a nice easy 1000 G. So
I'll give you a tip. Put your profile to private so Webby can't see.
Then all you got to do is
skullduggery.
Then all you got to do is search online. There's plenty of websites that give you the info anyway, Peebs. I'm sure you know what they all are.
Well, there was a hint of Webby doing that very thing this weekend when his profile mysteriously kept going to private. Although he was denying it.
I don't know what you're on about, mate. So yeah, the next.
Sorry, I was just going to say, Peebs, you need to buy some more of those £1 games that you can get 1000 G on.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll pull some surprises out of the bag.
Surprises, Jesus Christ! I can't believe you guys are arguing over this.
I know. It's like a 12-year-old in the playground. Isn't it?
I just don't think like 10 years, 13 years ago when we first started all gaming together and stuff, and Webby was like 30,000 G in front of me. And I just don't think he's got over the fact when I overtook him. I think
and now he's like 40,000 head. Well, actually, because I stopped Cheevo whoring, didn't I? Because I've got a life, and now I don't have one anymore. So,
in all, that is true.
Yeah. So, observations. This is another little gem that I was playing for the Cheevos, but I really enjoyed it. I played it on the PC. You cannot double dip on this one. It's available on Xbox and PC. And you play as an AI through this whole game, and it's the story is absolutely phenomenal, and the ending is just nuts. It's brilliant. So basically you're playing as this AI, and there's a woman who's stranded on this spaceship on her own, and there's a mystery going on, and basically through the beginning of the game, all you can do is bring up a map and like go between different cameras on the space station, and later on you get to control like this orb thing, so you can float around and stuff, and it's all done. It's just done so well. This is like a proper hidden gem. There's loads of puzzles throughout the space station and loads of different areas, loads of really cool collectibles, and the graphics are stunning. The atmosphere that this game generates is just out of this world. Funnily enough, it's just so well done. I loved this game from start to finish. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. Now, the one thing I will say though is if you're not using a guide, you probably get lost and a little bit frustrated. So I would recommend having a guide open on your tablet or second screen or whatever.
How quickly did you get your 1000G?
About 3 hours. 3-4 hours.
I don't think I have played this, looking at the Twitch stream.
I'm pretty sure it's on your list. Well, if not, Peeps, that's one for you to play to take you away from Cyberpunk. Yeah. It's really good. No, Peeps, seriously, it's a great game. So... I know if you're going to play it for the Cheevos, which you probably will if you haven't played it, it's a great game. So I recommend that to everyone. It's really, really good. Cool, right. So I'm just highlighting the games I've spoken about. Okay, the next game I played for the 1000G, which was really, really good. Full Throttle Remastered.
God, you really are dragging for the dross, aren't you?
This is really good. So this actually came out in 1995 originally, so I'd never played it before. So they remastered it. It's one of those old school point and click adventure games. I loved it, man. And again, it's not long. Again, 3 or 4 hours it took me to get the full 1000G on that. Really loved it from start to finish. I love that. Like, I love those old point and click adventures. I used to be a big fan of like the Broken Sword games, and Day of the Tentacle and all that. So, and this is one I missed. Because I was a bit young back in 1995. So this is one I missed, and I loved it. It was absolutely brilliant. So if you want another easy 1000G and another good game, Full Throttle Remastered. Cool.
See, I can't trust anything you say after you slagged off Gears 5, so carry on.
I know, I can hear Peebs jotting these games down on the notepad.
Yes, that's another one I haven't played.
Okay, Day of the Tentacle Remastered. So obviously I'd already played Day of the Tentacle back in the olden days. They've remastered this, and it's made by Double Fine, renowned for making really good point-and-click adventures back in the day. And this is actually a renowned classic. I think it's like the third time I've actually completed this game in my lifetime, and fucking brilliant. Day of the Tentacle. If you've never heard of Day of the Tentacle, if you've been living under a rock, this game is fucking brilliant. So that's another game I've completed. So I've completed a lot of games this week. Day of the Tentacle. Yeah, this is on Game Pass. All the games I've been speaking about are on Game Pass. And an easy 1000G if you follow a walkthrough. So there's another one for you, Peebs.
Yeah, that's 3,000.
Well, you've been looking through my profile anyway, so you know all this shit, so it's fine. Okay, I completed a game today This game is brilliant. Oh, there's another hidden gem on Game. I'll tell you what, Game Pass. I'm fucking loving Game Pass right now. Not only for the Cheevos, but just for finding all these hidden gems. The Tourist. Now, the first thing that stood out to me on The Tourist was the graphics. It's kind of Minecrafty in a weird way, like that blocky sort of way, but it's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And it's like it's all set on a load of desert on a load of islands, and they all have the same thing, like Ibiza and stuff like that. And it's got a little bit of a mystery to it. It's a puzzle platforming game, and it does get a little bit frustrating at times with some of the platforming. I had to restart sections many times because of the platforming. But it's got a really nice charm to it. So, you're on this island and there's loads of people just sunbathing, and you've got the nice ambiance of the seagulls in the background, and you're just looking around just like, oh man, I feel like I'm on holiday. I've been under house arrest because of COVID for over a year, and this is just the game I needed to make me feel like I'm on holiday.
Your expectations are fucking low.
Yeah, so it's a really good puzzle platformer with a really cool story to it. I managed to 1000G that today, so I'm really proud of myself.
Did you?
Yep. I did the surfing thing, and it took me a couple of goes to do the surfing. Peeps, you're obviously a bit of a nub.
Well, so, yeah, because I got, I think, 750 on this because I just couldn't do that surfing part.
Yeah. Yeah, there's quite a few obscure achievements on this, and one of them is to do a 560 when you're surfing.
And did you? Well, I'm guessing you, because there's another one when there's quite a cool little arcade section, isn't there?
Yes.
And you have to get the high scores on the arcade games. That took me a few attempts.
Yeah, so the hardest one I found was the racing one. The other ones were pretty easy, to be honest, but the racing one took me about 8 goes. But yeah, I love it because it makes you think, because you got a lot of challenges throughout the game, and you're like, how the fuck am I going to do that? And it just makes you think, how the fuck do people figure this shit out? You know, I mean, I used a guide for the Cheevos and that, but yeah, it's a really nice little game, and as I say, it's a hidden gem on Game Pass, and I just want to say people should check it out. It's not a very long game. If you do want to use a guide or whatever, it's just gives you a nice, warm, fuzzy feeling inside when you're playing it. A bit like how Animal Crossing probably makes Dan feel.
Oh man, I'm going through so much joy at the moment. I'm turning to my pumpkin patch.
Yeah. So that's The Tourist. Now, there is another game that I didn't play, but I got 2000 gamer score on. I wasn't going to mention this because
how is this possible?
I've got to. I only did this because I saw Peebs had done this, so it's only fair that people know about this. So there's a game on Game Pass called Surviving Mars, right? Yeah. So it's probably the only game on Xbox where you can have mods. So there's a mod on there which you can install, and it automatically unlocks all the achievements within minutes. And I was like, Peeps has done this, I'm fucking doing it. But
have you done it, Peeps? He's accusing you of high crime.
Guilty as charged.
Yeah.
I'm about to say high crimes there, Pete. What do you say to yourself?
But the funny thing is, right? The funny thing is, it's another one of those games, if you've got a PC, double dipping. So I got 1000G on the Xbox version, another 1000 on the PC version in like 10 minutes. It was great. I felt well proud of myself. Dirty cheater, but yeah, I just wanted to be top of the monthly gamer scoreboard for one time in my life, and this month is my month. Yeah.
Well done.
Congrats.
I'm pleased I'm not into Cheevos anymore.
I know. It's sickening. It makes me feel ill, this. It's like...
I don't know.
The whole kind of point of gaming's been sucked, it's been bastardised this month. It's just like Jesus Christ.
Well, no, I mean,
Yeah,
some
you're right.
on some bits it has been bastardised. I completely agree, but I've discovered some really good games: Call of the Sea, Observation, Full Throttle Remaster, the Tentacle Remaster,
all of them you
and the
use
Tourist.
the fucking YouTube guide for.
Great games.
Could have been better if you basically played them properly.
Oh no, that's taking the fun out of finding my Cheevos, mate.
See, I can never do that. Play games where you look at a like a tablet or even a guide.
Exactly.
Because it just takes you out of the game. And that's the thing you have. It's like, you want to get all the collectibles, but then it will ruin the game that you're playing.
I don't know, man. I mean, the thing is, right, I've been using walkthroughs since the PS1 era, like with Final Fantasy VII was the first game I bought a walkthrough for. But it's quite funny because there's a YouTube channel which I've been following called the Welsh Gamer or something like that, and it's quite funny because it's like you're listening to their voice the whole time and you feel like it's a bit like listening to a podcast after a while. Just their voices in the background as you're playing the game, and it's quite nice in a weird way. You feel like you're playing with someone sitting in the room with you. The Welsh Hunter, that's it, Luke. Thank you very much. He obviously uses his Cheevo videos as well, so yeah. So the Welsh Hunter, he's actually quite, because he's got a really good, he's got that British sense of humour, so he does some good videos. So yeah. So I feel like I've got to know him a little bit this month, well, this week.
I'm not surprised with the amount of YouTube guides you've been using.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, you'd be taking him out for a date before you know it.
Yeah, so those are my Cheevo whoring games for the week, but I have played some other games, which weren't for the Cheevos. So I want to give a shout out to Darkest Frost. We jumped into Sea of Thieves again today, and he got me 25 gamer score from just stuff. We weren't even expected. I didn't join him for the Cheevos. It was just to have some fun. So Darkus is one of those people. Like, if I see him online playing Sea of Thieves, I'll just join him, and we just have fun. So I joined his game, and he was being boring and doing some fishing. I was like, right, let's do a mission, right? We didn't get to do a mission because we ended up getting attacked by 2 fucking skeleton pirate ships, and we ended up just fighting them for ages. And then we got loads of loot, and then we went back to base of operations and turned it all in, and then it was his lunchtime. I know I'm shortening it down, but these fights took a while, and then obviously getting to the island took a while. And I love Sea of Thieves because it's one of those games, if you've got friends on your friends list who play it, it just makes it so much fun. I did do another game of Sea of Thieves with Shady Fox this week as well. I think it was like Tuesday evening, and a couple of his friends. So there was four of us. We spent a few hours on Sea of Thieves, and that was really, really fun. Now, one of his friends got really upset with me because I kept on putting the LGBT flag on the pirate ship. He was getting really upset with me, and I just thought it was really, really funny. Sailing the high seas with our rainbow flag, and one of his friends getting really upset with me.
The Greenpeace ship. What was that called?
It was called the Greenpeace ship.
The Rainbow Warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were like that, but yeah, it's great because you get your missions, find gold or kill some skellies or whatever. And then you find the island and you go there. It's just fun with friends. I'm loving Sea of Thieves again. It's a great game. We should do a podcast session on there. Podcast crew session. Oh, you're not sounding too convinced.
Well, I think it was us 4 who did it that time, wasn't it? It was
just fucking shambles.
Yeah, it was just a bit more. It was just like a job. But it's just like I just don't get the appeal of it at all. I really don't.
It's a lot of fun. I love a bit of Sea of Thieves. That's good.
That was the only fun thing. It was all of us.
Right. So move on. I've got only 2 more games to talk about.
Holy shit!
So I'm just going to briefly mention one. Final Fantasy 14. I've maxed out my Fisher class, level 80 fisherman.
How long have you been playing as a fisherman on this for? I've seen you put about 20 hours into it, something dumb like that.
No. So fishing only took me a couple of weeks actually, but then I looked at my Steam playtime and I put like nearly 50 hours into it in 2 weeks. So
Jesus Christ.
But that wasn't all fishing. That was because I'm gearing up my main character, well, my main class and all that sort of stuff, and doing stuff with the clan, the free company as it's called in that. And yeah, I'm loving a bit of Final Fantasy 14. But I just wanted to try out some other classes. Really, you know, I've had it for years, and there's a lot of stuff I haven't done in the game. So just trying to explore that a little bit more. So there's that. And the last game I've been playing is a little bit of a surprise. I'm really enjoying it. Dirt 5. I think it's brilliant. So it's come to Game Pass. And I know a lot of people are moaning about it because a lot of people obviously love the old Dirt games, and this is meant to be quite a lot different. It's very arcadey. And people have said to me it's more style over substance, but I like an arcadey fun time, you know, and
I like arcadey.
Yeah, and what I really like about Dirt 5 is the campaign is just set out really, really nice. You know, you can just jump into the races and do them, and you get a selection of cars. There's a few available, and some you can buy with your in-game money, which is cool. The graphics on it are absolutely stunning on PC, and on the next-gen consoles, I've heard it looks fucking amazing as well, which is good. I've not heard great things on on last-gen systems, though, which is a bit of a shame. But it's been designed for the next-gen consoles in mind. So when you're going around the tracks, like there's a bit of a day and night cycle and a bit of a weather cycle. So it can go from day to night, and then a thunderstorm comes along, and you can see all the lightning bolts in the background, and the music's pumping a bit like in Forza Horizon, you know, for like that music in the crowd or whatever from the DJ set. And it's just, I don't know, when I'm playing this game, I just got a smile on my face the whole time because I love rally games. But it's just, there's so much variety on this. You know, you got your normal races, you got like your hill climb races, your single rallies, you got ones which are on an ice track and you're all skidding around. It just seems to be a lot of variety on the vehicles you use and the types of tracks that you go on. So it doesn't get samey. So yeah, it is a lot of fun, and yeah, I think it's really cool that it's come to Game Pass because I think it's been out a little while. I think it come out maybe late last year. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm loving it, mate. It's fucking brilliant. It's kind of my go-to game when I've just got to spare like half an hour, or maybe I'm in a party chat and I don't want to concentrate on a game because I want to chat to my mates or whatever. Yeah, it's a really cool game. So check it out. Game Pass, baby. That's what I played.
Good, thank God for that.
Coming from the man who says he never has any gaming time.
Well,
Exactly.
this week, well, I've had quite a bit of time off work this week, so I managed to, while my boy's been at childcare, I've had quite a bit of spare time for gaming. So, and my evenings have been gaming because my missus is hooked on Spiritfarer at the moment, so she's hogging the Xbox downstairs every evening. So I've just been sitting on my PC upstairs till gone midnight, 1 a.m, just playing games. You know, so it's been a fun time. Good times. Let's might as well hit questions. I don't think we've had many questions this week. So, oh, fuck's sake. Oh, this is what I was going to say actually. My gamer card says I've done 17 years on Xbox Live, which I'm quite proud of. So if anyone's got more than that, I want to know, because I started playing on the OG Xbox and it's carried on. But one thing I was going to say is my Game Pass Ultimate is up for renewal very, very soon. And I'm one of those people that likes a bargain.
Bargain or hacking the system.
It's not hacking the system. It's called being a bargain, right? So I'm going to give people a little bit of advice. Well, don't. I mean, if you do this, you do this at your own risk.
Yeah, fucking hacking the system.
I'm going to do this, so I'm going to tell you if it works. There's been people in the community that told me this works. So I've already done the £1 upgrade from Gold to Game Pass. I'm looking for another good deal. So what you can do is go to CD Keys and buy a year's Brazil code of gold. It's like 24 quid for a year's gold from Brazil. You buy 3 of those, so you get 3 years gold. And then obviously you can't do the £1 upgrade anymore because that deal's over. Once you've bought them, you then go onto the Xbox Brazil website on your web browser, but you got to use a VPN so it thinks you're in Brazil. You do that, and you load up your account with 3 years gold. So you got 3 years gold, sorted, mate. So then what you do next is you go back to CD Keys and buy 1 month's Game Pass Ultimate. When you pump that code in, it will upgrade your 3 years gold all to Game Pass Ultimate. So you'll get 3 years of Game Pass Ultimate for like 100 quid. Massive saving, mate. And people have told me this works.
Seeing as you're already $4.50 out of pocket.
I use PayPal, mate. I use PayPal for most places.
I'm about to say. I mean, if it works, yeah, good luck keeping hold of it.
Because I put this out on Twitter and people were saying, yeah, I've done it and it's fine. So it's quite a common thing. I'm sure Microsoft already know about it, but don't care. So there we go. Top tip from Webby. I can see people on the Twitch chat may or may not have also done this method and it's worked. So good times. Good times indeed. Right. I've just been giving out dodgy info all fucking day, ain't I? This episode.
Giving out dodgy info.
Exactly.
Okay. I've had one question on Facebook. Neil Holding says, has this new console generation been the most underwhelming and low-key ever known?
Well, it's been pretty underwhelming. I wouldn't say low-key, because obviously the demand is still there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a little bit underwhelming, I must say.
I don't think that because of the Corona Wars, that's
Corona Wars. Jesus Christ.
Get it right. It's the Chinese virus, mate. Come on, get the lingo right. Come on.
It'd be probably completely different if we weren't going through this. You know, it would still probably be hard to find one, but I don't think it would be as bad as it was.
Exactly. People got the money to spend on other things if we were on the holidays and shit. But now they haven't. They literally sitting at home, and a lot of people are also scalping because they know it makes money.
Yeah, and they got nothing to do all day.
Yeah.
So I mean, a lot of things have gone up in value. I mean, the retro scene's gone up in value anyway in general, because I've looked at stuff that's retro and it's really gone up in price. A lot of games have, because everyone's at home. So certain stuff is holding its value more. Certain stuff isn't. But it's the way it goes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that answer the question? I mean, I don't have a next gen console, so I don't know, but I'm very happy with my next gen graphics card. Thank you very much.
We all know why you haven't got next gen consoles. But you still have 900 quid out of pocket.
Yeah. So
maybe one day.
One day. I was just thinking about this. Like, I was saying this in a Discord chat earlier. I was like, I can't wait to get the new Xbox, which I'll never play because it'll be under the TV downstairs, and I'll never get used to the freaking TV. So,
can't you put it upstairs?
No, because I've got to sell the One X. That's part of the deal that I had with the missus to allow me to get one.
Can you not? Can you not get? Have you got an original Xbox?
Yeah, that's in my boy's playroom though.
Right. So can you not spray that black and then say you sold that?
No.
That's the one. I've sold the One X.
I don't think the answer's that stupid.
No. No, if she wasn't a gamer, I'd probably be able to get away with it. But
see, I can get away with it here.
Yeah.
I mean, my missus still thinks I'm on a PS1. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I have
it's
floated the idea. I have floated the idea of putting the Series X in my man cave and leaving the One X downstairs, but it's a no-go. So,
Yeah.
there we go.
Dear.
Sorry, Peter, what are you going to say, mate?
Well, I was just saying, like, it is underwhelming. I know we've said it a few weeks now. It isn't because it's the same dashboard. It doesn't feel like a new console. It's like Darren said last week. Even the dashboard's not 4K.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. Obviously, it just feels like like when you get a new phone, an upgrade phone, and you don't really notice anything different, really. It does exactly the same things it did on the last one.
Yeah.
I know with the PlayStation, it did have a new dashboard, which made it feel like a bit more of a new console. Perhaps they should have, I don't know, redesigned it. I know that Xbox do like to update their dashboard from time to time. Perhaps they should have done like a little bit of a dashboard update to coincide with the release, just so it felt like a new console type thing.
Yeah.
I must admit, I'm not a fan of the dashboard on the PlayStation, to be honest. I like the PS. Yeah, I like the PS4 dashboard more than, but maybe because I've had it for so long, where the PS5 dashboards, I don't know. I don't know. And there's no themes anymore, and I miss the themes.
Oh, that's a bit of a shame.
Yeah, well, you just get the game. So basically, as you're scrolling across, every tile is the game, and it will play the music from the game if it has music, and it will show you the picture of the game, like in a big, big screen sort of thing. But I like the themes because it's quite good.
Well, yeah, they used to have some real good themes on the PlayStation, whereas Xbox has always lacked in that regard, hasn't it?
Yeah,
always. You can have your achievement art or backgrounds and stuff, but no dynamic themes and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you can put your own personal backgrounds on as well. You can whack a USB stick in and just whack any old picture on you want.
Well, yeah, you can go if you go through the Bing app now that they have on
Bing app.
Bing, who uses that? Clarky.
The Bing app, Bing app on Xbox is quite good, and it's like you can search things. So you could actually search a picture on there and then do the capture, and then use that as a background. So you could just basically search any picture you wanted, and then set it as a background.
Yeah. Awesome, mate. Right, next question. This is probably aimed at Stunty, because no one else probably gives a shit. Ada Black says, which PS5 exclusives are you most excited about?
Don't know.
Tumbleweed?
Well, no, Horizon Zero Dawn, whatever it's called.
The sequel,
yeah, I'm really looking forward to, and the next God of War, because I really enjoyed the last God of War. I was quite impressed with that, actually, considering I was never really a God of War fan before. Other than that, no, I think that's about it, really. I mean, there's a few. It's all a bit quiet, isn't it? With a lot of
they haven't really announced anything, have they?
No,
so...
but it's just quiet, isn't it? I mean, no, that's about it, really. When Horizon comes out, I'll probably buy that day one. Probably the same with God of War, 'cause both them two games I bought a year after they came. Well, God of War 2 years after.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, as much as you say like, £70 on a PlayStation game, it's not. I don't really buy that many PlayStation exclusives when they first come out.
Yeah, so you'll wait and then you'll get it for like half the price anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I did with Death Stranding, but I really enjoyed that. And I did. Well, yeah. The trouble is if I know you said it's boring, but I don't think it is. I think the problem is if you've got other things on your mind game-wise, you're going to lose concentration.
See, this is the thing. Like, I'm quite lucky in the PC space where a lot of these games have already come to PC now, or they're coming, which is quite nice. I managed to pick up Death Stranding for like £12 or something silly. But yeah, I played that I played it for about 15 hours and just like, I've had enough for the moment. And
I bought my brother that for Christmas, and he messaged me the other day actually saying he's really enjoying it.
Oh, nice. That's good to hear. Cool.
But yeah, that's it at the moment. But as I say, I haven't announced anything. It's all very quiet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not excited for anything on. Obviously, I'm not getting one, but I'm I'm still a little bit annoyed that the rumor is that Final Fantasy 16 is going to be a PS5 exclusive. And if that is the case, then I'm going to be a little bit, well, more than a little bit annoyed, because obviously I won't be picking up a PS5. So
right away, you will be. You'll get one.
No, mate, seriously, dude. Like with Game Pass across obviously PC and Xbox, I just don't see, like, for me, the value in a PS5, especially not at the moment, because there's no games that speak to me, and I know that a lot of them, as I say, are coming to PC anyway. So it just seems like a pointless exercise to spend 450 quid on a system that I won't really use.
But you're a gamer.
But you're getting a fucking. You've got an Xbox or Series X on order.
Yeah,
you've already
because
said you're not going to play to be
for the gamer nights, I want the best resolution, the best fucking load times when I'm doing my gamer nights and playing the EA Play games that are on Game Pass, because they're not on PC.
See, if you're, I know a lot of people can't afford to have both, and but if you can, then I get all systems. But
it just adds up, doesn't it? That's the problem, because it's not just the price of the consoles, and it's the price of, like, I need to pay a subscription for online on PlayStation and Xbox and the Switch.
I mean, you don't have to, do you? If you don't, say, like, your Xbox is your main console, and for gamer nights, then you keep that. You can keep your PlayStation for just your exclusives, and then you get a Switch again for the exclusives or the games you want to play when you're sitting on the bog.
Yeah, but again, I mean, my reasons for not having a PS5 are more than just a few issues. It's the price of the launch games are 70 quid. You know, it's the censorship that they're doing as well that's really fucking pissed me off. You know, it's those issues combined. You know, I just refuse, because I like to get my games, you know, when they come out, and I'm not paying 70 fucking quid. It's like MLB The Show is coming to Xbox for the first time ever. But the problem is, it's a Sony fucking studio game. So on the Xbox, it's 70 fucking quid. Yeah, I'm not buying it. It's a rip-off.
Yeah, you know? I think the problem you've got, and I'm seeing a lot of this as well, and I'm not, please don't take this as fanboyish, a lot of Xbox owners don't want to pay for games anymore because of Game Pass. And I'm seeing that more and more.
Oh, I think we just
a known fact. That's
after
a known
more value.
Yeah, you get a brand new game come out, unless it's something really fucking good like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, they won't be buying it on Xbox, and that's why it won't. This is why Xbox owners are the way they are.
I think it depends on the gamer. I mean, I look at myself and I do buy a lot of games anyway. I mean, I bought Cyberpunk this year, or late last year, and Assassin's Creed,
big
and a few
game
other,
though, isn't it?
And a few other games, but then nothing else has really come out, mate. So, you know, I'm going to be buying Back for Blood when that comes out this year, and I don't know what else is out. But I think the main issue with Sony is with that £70 price point, and it's only for their Sony Studio games. So all the other games are 50 quid, which is, you know, kind of acceptable. I even look at 50 quid and my eyes water a little bit. They're outpricing themselves with that £70 price point. A lot of people just won't pay that. I mean, I think it's too much.
So if they do, what happens? They drop the price. That's what happens. So, but at the moment, if they've got the people that will pay it, they will sell it for that. So there's the likes of you moaning about it, but if people are buying it, then
well, it's just up to them. I mean, I won't be buying the games at 70 quid anyway.
But there's a lot of people that do. I mean, I haven't. I don't really, as I said to you, I don't buy many PlayStation exclusive games on launch. I didn't buy Ghost of Tsushima when it came out. I bought it for 20 quid.
Yeah.
As I say, I bought 2 games, Death Stranding and Last of Us 2. Both of them games were complete. Both of those games worked on day one. Both of them need patching. They were worth their money to me.
That's fair enough. You know, if you can see the value in that and you're happy.
That's just 2 games. That's it. That's all I've bought. Stuff like God of War, Horizon, never bought full price. So at the end of the day, have Sony dropped the prices because I didn't buy them? No, because there's millions of other people out there.
What's really odd with MLB The Show is the Xbox One and the PS4 versions are 50 quid, but then the PS5 and the Series X version is 70 quid. So you're paying like a £20 next gen fucking game tax. I just think it's fucking bang out of order. And it feels to me that Sony are becoming a little bit arrogant by pricing their own studio games at that price point where everyone else puts them out at 50 quid. I just think it's insane. It really is too much money. That's my opinion on it anyway.
We know, don't worry.
Yeah.
What do we know?
I've said this before, is that we've been paying this price for some time, but fucking in stealth. These Ultimate Editions have been coming out for years now, which is basically the full game, and what you get for £20 cheaper is, a bit of content shaved off the top. And it's just the next step. I think I did read an article the other day. I think the CEO of Take-Two has been on record saying he believes that the punter is ready for that next price increase. And I think when they were talking about the MBK 21 when they released that, I think that was the first game of the next gen to be released, and that was the first one that was actually $69.99. And he believes that the amount of content you get in that game justifies the 70 quid, and people will pay for it. And it seems to be holding its price.
But I mean, I speak to. I mean, obviously we're all gamers, and we speak to a lot of people with varying different opinions, and they're all valid at the end of the day. But us gamers, where most of us are not loaded, and most of us like a little bit of a bargain. So the more and more people are saying to me now that they're not prepared to pay these launch prices, and they'll just wait for the inevitable price drops, which is fine, you know.
I mean, in all fairness, the average gamer doesn't really consume that much new content, that many new games, so that they need to get a bigger piece of the pie from those consumers. And we can only comment on what we know of our perception of value of the whole gaming economy. I mean, I've got a bit of insight with regards to how these kind of things work, and how subscription models work as well. But Xbox are sitting pretty with their Game Pass, and it's paying off with dividends, not only for them, but a lot of people are seeing, put their games in Game Pass, are seeing the benefits, and which is great for the consumer at the same time. But you're quite right. I think Paul was quite right in the sense that a lot of Xbox gamers are saying, "I'll wait till Game Pass. I'll wait till this. I'll wait till that." I mean, I scroll through the Xbox Marketplace, and I'm very reluctant to buy anything because unless it's on special, unless it's on a lower cost, you kind of have an idea of what you want to pay, and and you could argue the toss, I suppose, if you don't spend buy that many games, you perhaps are a little bit more inclined to buy your COD or your FIFA at the inflated prices, because you get the value out of them. Again, the companies, the gaming companies, need to make sure that if they're going to price anything at 60, 70 quid, that they make it quite clear that this is the content you're going to get, and you're going to get value out of it. And that's it.
But
that is it.
Like you say, I mean, Peebs, you said it the other week. I remember that on the Discord. Oh, why don't they put Ubisoft on Game Pass? Because you don't want to pay for the games, so you want them on Game Pass. So it's the same scenario. Everyone just wants everything on Game Pass, so they don't have to pay for it because they're already paying this subscription fee. So, and that's the attitude that's starting to appear, and I'm seeing that more and more, which is not a problem. I don't have a problem with whatever, because at the end of the day, if you've got all these games on the Xbox and you're not paying for them because you're just paying this one-off fee, it's brilliant, isn't it? So you want everything on it then. And it's like when a game comes out and it's like Back for Blood comes out and it's £50. Fucking hell, £50? Fucking hell, I only pay like £10 a month for my game. And I can see your point. Games.
Yeah.
So it's
and the whole Ubisoft thing is the reason they don't do that is because on the PC space they have their own subscription service. It used to be called Uplay Plus. I don't know what the fuck it's called now because it's changed to Ubisoft Connect now on the PC, and that's like 14 quid a month, I think, just for the Ubisoft games. So and because I know personally that I can bang out games quite quick, I just subbed to that for 2 months, banged out Assassin's Creed, and then cancelled it. That's fucking all sorted. But then I've always been. Sorry, Dan. I just want to say. I mean, I've always been very much a bargain sort of guy when it comes to gaming, anyway. Because during the 360 era, I used to just rent all my games through an online service which just posted me the games, and when I was done,
like Boomerang, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I'd rarely bought any games in the 360 era anyway. I just rented them all. So that's kind of been my attitude for many years, to be honest, because I consume so many different games. If I bought all my games, I'd be spending, man, I wouldn't even want to imagine it. It'd be silly money. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dan, what you saying, mate?
No, I lost my train of thought, for being honest. But I think, what do I think? I think this whole kind of conversation, steering it back to the £70 price point for PSN, I think, again, it's testing the waters. Are people going to buy it? And time will tell.
That's right. At the end of the day, if you don't want to buy it, don't pay for it. Just wait. Everything drops in price. I mean, the only thing, if it's that good, it doesn't drop in price. Look at Ghost of Tsushima. Did that drop in price straight away? Nope, because it was a good game. Did Cyberpunk drop in price? Yes, because it was a mess.
Did Last of Us 2 drop down to 15 quid? Yes, because it sucks dick.
Yeah. Straight away.
I do like paying 15 quid to suck dick. Webby.
Didn't drop straight away though, did it?
Exactly. Took a year. Teased you for a year, mate. Flirted with you for a whole year.
And you still bought it?
Yeah.
I can't believe you bought that.
Podcast purposes, mate. No, I've not. I'll tell you what.
Podcast purposes.
Since so I've moved my PlayStation upstairs because I've got a nice monitor that pushes out the HDR and all that shit. I bought my PlayStation upstairs. I installed it and I downloaded a few PS Plus games, and then I turned it off again. I haven't turned it on since. There's just been so much to play on the PC on Game Pass.
Because you're Cheevo whoring, that's why.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
You're spending all your time playing cheap games on Game Pass.
Brilliant games on Game Pass.
Oh God, it's just you can't win. You can't win.
No, but there we go.
Yeah.
Right, I've got to go in a minute. I've got to go to bed.
Well, that's the end of the questions anyway. I don't think there was any on Discord.
That was one long-ass question, that was.
It was, wasn't it?
That's because it's just quite funny because that £70 price point, I was arguing with a few people on Twitter about that when it came out. And it was just entertaining. Anyway.
You'll never win, whoever weighs, because no one's right and no one's wrong. So there we go.
You know I'm right. I'm always right. On that note, we're going to end it here. So thank you very much for coming on, everybody. It's been awesome chatting to you guys as always. Big thank you to everyone who's stuck with us throughout this show on the Twitch channel, watching us live. And a special thank you to all the Patreons that keep the show alive, all 20 of you. I'll be giving you all a shout out in next week's show at the beginning, so everyone hears your names. If you don't want me to read out your name, if you're a private person, just send me a message and I won't read your name out. But, that's about it. So from me, Mark Webb, Gamertag, Piss on a Steam ID, Webby 360G.
Stay safe, wash your hands, send my Dan.
Tatty bye, Mr. Peeves. Oh, and follow me on Twitter. Not Twitter, on Twitch, Playboy Peeves. I need to get my 100th follower.
Yes, everyone follow Peeves. Do it now.
And from me, #1 Stuntmaster. I can't even speak.
Awesome. So thank you all. Don't forget, if you want to join the awesome Patreon, that website address is patreon.com/360gamercast. It's only a $5 a month, people. You know you want to do it. Find us on Twitter at 360gamercast. Join the Facebook group, same name. And the Discord group is in the show notes. Always busy, the Discord. It's awesome. So anyway, Thank you very much. We will see you next week for the Patreon show. Goodbye.
Done.
Where does one find the show notes?
I don't know. I've always wondered that. He's always told us this every week.
So when you go on, oh my god, you are Nubbinsteins, I tell you.
You said this earlier. You said, "Oh yeah, it's in the show notes." I was like, "What show notes?" Every
God.
week.
There's the show notes. Oh my god! So when you go onto your podcast app, right, and you look at the description of the show. Like this week's show, it will say so. In last week's show, I wrote down in this week's show, Webby, Dan, Darren, and Peeps discussed the awesome community gamer night and Wreckfest, blah blah blah. Then under that has all the links to everything. Yeah. So let me just.
Right.
Yeah. So let me put live scene on.
But it doesn't do that on Spotify, though, does it?
Oh, why is it not showing my bloody
show notes on Spotify?
Oh, see here. So I'm looking at the feed burner because it's just easier. So show notes. What I'm circling here. This week, la 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 la. Yeah, that's the show notes.
Podcasting for dummies.
Yeah.
On
so
what,
if I go to
on what website?
Pocket Cast, so it'll be on your app. So wherever you get your podcast from. Yeah.
What do you listen to your podcasts on, Stunty?
So I use Pocket Casts. So I'm just
Google.
showing it on the web browser here on Pocket Cast. It's got all the links there as well. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it on the computer here. It's on my Google on my phone, but that's my work phone.
So when you load it up on your phone, there's always a description on every app wherever you listen to it. The description of that week's show will be in there. It should be in Spotify as well, actually. Let me just double check.
But there's never any show notes to me because I've never done anything on it.
I do the show notes. Everyone sees them, right? So, so this is Spotify, right? You see, this is Spotify.
Yeah.
Click on that. Oh, it's on to play. Yeah. So you get in this week's show. Look.
You have to pay for that.
There you go. Look. So even on Spotify, it has all the links there. Right, so there's no excuses to not be able to find the fucking Discord link.
Yeah, I just use Google Play. I think it is.
God,
but then I can only listen to one every 2 weeks.
Well, actually, right. So when you want, the Patreon week, and you know this, I've told you 100 times. On the main feed, everything up to the end of the news goes onto the main feed.
Yeah, I know that, but
why do you think I've been trying to keep the news fucking long as possible recently?
Yeah, so the last few weeks, that's been like 40 minutes plus.
I know.
So, you know.
That's what I come up with news stories to make sure people listen and they don't just tune out. Doing people a favour.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, yeah, I don't know why that ending screen keeps on pausing. My shit.
Yeah, you perhaps got that paywall in the wrong place, Webby, because people are getting to listen to all the news and stuff, and the bit they're not listening to is listening to Dan and Darren talk about bloody Animal Crossing and Final Fantasy for 2 hours.
Yeah, I think you're onto something actually. So perhaps we should switch the show around and do the news after what we've been playing. So
and then we can hear about Webby, what he's been Cheevo whoring for the past week.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm done. I think I'm done for the month, unless I see Peeps getting 7,000 or whatever. Then I think he's catching me up this month. I'll play someone else. But I seriously, I think we need some more. We need some more incentives for people to join the Patreon. And I've been trying to think of things,
like
but
furry dice or something like that.
I don't know. I don't know what else we can do. I mean, an exclusive show every other week is fucking. It should be good enough.
Have you heard about OnlyFans? Lol.
Lols.
Well, what? Every week, Peeps takes an extra piece of clothing off. By the fifth week, it might be down to his pants.
There you go. You have to give him the lion's share of the takings, though, Webby. That's the problem.
Yeah, well, OnlyFans, he can set up his own page and the money will go straight to him.
Yeah. That's a good idea, actually.
Sounds a good idea, OnlyFans, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, Patreon. If you've got any ideas, let me know.
I'll have to get my bananas out.
Cool.
But yeah, that's it. So, it's 11 o'clock.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Almost Betty Buys time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we'll have to finish the Gears again at some point. Dan.
What's that? The
campaign.
Oh yeah. Whatever, man. Yeah. I mean, as I said, it's any time really this week coming up, I suppose. Apart from what am I doing this week? I think apart from Tuesday, I think it's the only time I can't do.
Yeah, I think I'm free all this week because I'm not paying for my team to watch them this week. Be a shit.
Good. Cool beans.
Yes.
I want to try and get that little Nightmares done this week with my daughter as well.
Cool.
All right, guys, I'm going to drop out.
Yeah. Okay. Speak to you later.
And I'll see you guys during the week.
Yeah, no worries.
Bye.
See you later.
See ya.
Bye.
This is 360G. G declared filthy in 20 countries. Don't say I didn't warn you.